It's Valley Focus, and I'm Kayla Mortellaro, your guide for the program as we continue our conversation with the coronavirus and COVID-19. And certainly one of the things that we want to be able to do is provide a healthy immune system for our body to fend off anything that's coming our way, especially with high stress certainly on the horizon. So we're joined by Dr. Gena Kadar, certified nutrition specialist and dean of Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine School of Nutrition. Doctor, thank you for taking some time with us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Kayla. Happy to be here.
Well, so first and foremost, people dealing with COVID-19, all the stress and anxiety that comes with that, you want to make sure that you're providing your body with the best self-care in the form of nutrition. So what are some food groups that we should avoid?
Food groups that we should avoid, really starting with any highly processed foods, simple sugars, high sugar snacks and beverages. I would say we really want to minimize these. We tend to crave some of these comfort type foods under times of stress like now, but actually these can be a little bit burdensome when we're talking about boosting our overall health and our immune system health specifically, because they tend to deplete a lot of our essential vitamins and minerals that we need to metabolize these foods without helping to replenish those same vitamins and minerals. And so really minimizing these types of food is important. Another element is that these can have pro-inflammatory effects, which imposes an unnecessary burden on the immune system at a time where we want it to be functioning at its highest level.
As we're chatting here with Dr. Gena Kadar with the Southwest College of Naturopathic School of Nutrition. And so when we kind of talk about the things that we should avoid, then we should also talk about the things that are good for us. And so what maybe are some 5 foods that will provide those important nutrients to boost our immune system?
I think if we narrow it down to 5, I would say instead of focusing so much on 5 foods, think about for each meal having 5 different colors represented by different whole real foods. So for one, the more variety we have, the more different colors we have, the more it really supports our body's access to a variety of different vitamins and minerals that are essential for supporting immune health and overall health. Another benefit of that colorful array of plant-based foods on our plate is each of these colors within fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds and other plant-based foods represent different phytonutrient compounds. And these are some wonderful compounds that are not considered essential nutrients, but still provide very distinctive benefits from antimicrobial properties to other real anti-inflammatory and health-promoting effects. So if we look at some examples of foods that are powerful sources or abundant sources of these phytonutrients and various essential vitamins and minerals, looking at green foods like broccoli and kale are a wonderful source of vitamin C. Red foods, yellow, orange pigmented foods like carrots and squash, these are going to be an abundant source of vitamin A, which is really important for immune health as well. Your brown nuts and like almonds, for example, or walnuts, these will be a great source of vitamin E. And like pale green pumpkin seeds, these are provide a wonderful boost of immune supportive zinc. And again, another really essential mineral for immune health. And then another great food to add to the mix is garlic. Garlic is high in a compound called allicin, and this has been studied quite extensively for having antimicrobial properties. So again, another great ally in boosting and supporting immune health.
I don't think I would have ever imagined garlic to be one of those. So I imagine, though, that you're talking about integrating garlic in with a meal.
Yes, exactly. A great way to enhance flavor, not just straight up, but, the fresh garlic is going to be your richest source of this compound allicin. So, mixing it into salad dressing, sauteing in it, just using that fresh garlic to enhance flavor, but also really boosting the nutritional benefits of your meals.
As we're chatting here with Dr. Gena Kadar, certified nutrition specialist and dean of Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine School of Nutrition. So you kind of touched on this a little bit with broccoli and kale, but I kind of want to get into like why prebiotics, probiotics, vitamin C, what do all of those things do and why are they so important?
Great question. So actually, yet another benefit of eating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables and legumes and nuts and seeds, these plant-based foods, is they're very high in fiber. And fiber is actually considered a prebiotic material, which essentially is the food for probiotics or the bacteria that live in our digestive tract. And so by eating foods that are high in fiber, it not only benefits our own health, but nourishes the good bacteria in our gut, which we now know, and there's a lot of exciting emerging science supporting the critical role that a healthy gut microbiome plays in supporting our immune response and supporting our immune function.
As we're chatting here with Dr. Gena Kadar. And so, when we kind of also think about, bigger type meals, your pastas, your steaks, your fish, is what's one thing that we should lean maybe toward the other or all sorts of things in moderation?
I would say, for the same reason when we're looking at really boosting overall health and immune system function specifically, or supporting a healthy immune response, making sure we include fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or mackerel. These are all wonderful sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are a type of fat that has anti-inflammatory effects, so again, can reduce some of the burden on our immune system. And then these fish are also a good source of vitamin D, which is a real essential nutrient that many people seem to be fairly deficient in, and just having at least normal levels of vitamin D is really critical to supporting a healthy immune function. And these foods, these fatty fish, can be a great source.
So when we talk about just having a proper diet in general, so that our immune system is high to be able to attack different things that are trying to get us down, when you look at that more in depthly, I guess you could say, why and how are some of those functions so important?
Really, our immune system is our critical ally in helping increase our resilience in the face of disease. And so while it's important to recognize that our immune system is incredibly complex, so there's no single universal cure-all when it comes to food or anything for that matter, it's still, and actually I think it's important to note that there's a lot of confusing information circulating right now, and really there's no evidence that any single food or supplement will protect us against COVID-19 specifically. However, we do know that what we eat, how we eat, is critically important to just supporting basic immune health and optimizing our overall health and function, and thus optimizing our resilience in the face of disease. So what we eat really does matter, and choosing a variety, again, of whole, real foods can help us really support optimizing our resistance to disease.
Is it true, though, that sometimes when you get a little bit overstressed out, you're not sleeping as much, that can also cause your body to get sick?
Absolutely. And so a lot of us, just the uncertainty of what's going on and changes that we're making in our routine and lifestyle can be an exceptional source of stress. And whatever we can do to mitigate that stress is important, because stress ultimately has pro-inflammatory and other negative effects on our system. So whatever we can do to mitigate those effects, and it's personal, whatever works for us as individuals to help reduce stress, whether it's simply taking a break, calling a loved one, reading a book, taking a bath, whatever it might be, really plays, again, another really critical role in minimizing the unnecessary stress and burden on our immune system. And another thing that's kind of a nice way to mitigate that stress is truly, there's a lot of interesting studies looking at kindness and reaching out and supporting others, volunteering and helping those in need as a way of reducing our own stress and boosting our own immune function. So in the context of nutrition, when we're looking at eating well and choosing foods that support our own health and optimize our immune function, we can sort of pay it forward as well and extend an offer of support to those around us, calling older adults who may be stuck at home, have limited availability to access healthy food for themselves, and offering to help them. And this can be a great way to reduce stress by giving of ourselves. And through that act of kindness, it not only benefits someone else, but also, again, reduces the burden on our own immune system.
We're chatting here with Dr. Gena Kadar, certified nutrition specialist and dean of Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine School of Nutrition. You talk about a lot here, and for good reason, the different colors of food that you should have, and there should be a variety here. So that's certainly something to keep in mind when you're making meals. But if there was maybe one or two more important things to do over the other, or a couple of things to really focus on, what would those be?
It's hard to really narrow it down. I would say if you start with envisioning your plate as a work of art, your culinary masterpiece, and the more colors you add, the better, because that, again, ensures that variety of essential vitamins and minerals and supportive phytonutrients and fibers. So I would say, again, starting with creating a beautiful palette on your plate that represents a diverse array of colors. So it not only is more enjoyable visually, if you will, and nourishing your visual senses, but also meeting your nutritional needs. I think there's some foods that really stand out as we talked about choosing high fiber foods. Not only will these be plant-based foods, so broccoli, kale, other, different fruits and vegetables, berries, nuts and seeds, all of these will be a great source of all these different vitamins, but also a great source of fiber that nourishes our gut health, our microbiome. So that variety is going to be key. One important consideration, I would say, if you have limited access right now to fresh foods, it's good to know that frozen vegetables or fruits have the same, if not greater in some cases, nutritional benefits. Just look for ones without any added sugar. So this can be a great way to have access to the benefits of fruits and vegetables with the same, again, nutritional impact, but at a lower cost and in a way that we can, if we have limited access to getting fresh food each week, that we can store it at home.
This has all been fantastic information, and I really appreciate you taking some time for our listeners to be able to kind of understand and navigate the grocery stores for things that we should be looking for to put on our plates.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
That's Dr. Gena Kadar, certified nutrition specialist and dean of Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine School of Nutrition, and you've been listening right here to Valley Focus.